Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. This is Live Love Lang and I'm Teresa. And here I talk to you about life, the things I love, and language. Today I'm using another lens of my camera because I don't know, I was feeling that the other shots were a little bit too close up, even though that lens is kind of a little bit better, but there's no zoom. If you like seeing the background more and maybe having a little bit of personal space away from me, then let me know in the comments down below. I get questions on my Snapchat, on my Instagram, on my Twitter all the time, just like, Teresa, so you live in Japan, do you like it better than Korea? Or, oh, so you're in Japan now, so you must not like Korea. Or, oh, when you were in Korea, you must have thought it was like, you know, which one was better or whatever. And I'm here to once and for all tell you that no country is really all that much better than the other. You only have countries that are more suited to one person than another. It all depends on what kind of things you feel more comfortable with and what kinds of things that you don't like can you live with over others. So today I'm going to go through a list of different things. I, wrote it and prepared it ahead of time for you guys. So I'm going to start with the things that I think are better in Korea. First thing that I think is better in Korea is cosmetics, and that is mostly because of value of dollar. In Korea you can get a lot more products for a lot less, and you can get a lot more quality things and a lot of samples and stuff like that. There are cosmetic stores all over the place, you can't miss it, and even in the stations there are cosmetic shops. It's impossible for you to not have good cosmetics and skincare. The second thing that I think is more awesome in Korea are buses. So Japanese buses are slow. Why? Because Japanese people, I don't know, like everything has so much process, so like you'll be in the bus and literally the bus guy to talk every single time he's leaving and slow down and blah 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 blah, he's very fancy with his all "버스가 하셔이다시마스." We know the bus is gonna move. We know. We're aware. We really don't need to spend so much time on this. And the buses, they never come on time. I'm always waiting for buses. The buses never come on the actual schedule that the bus is coming on. I don't know where they're going. Japanese buses are stressful. Korea, on the other hand, the bus system is perfect. I have no qualms with the bus system, other than the fact that sometimes bus ajashi can be quite annoying. Not gonna lie. The third thing that I think is nicer in Korea is the makeup style. I feel it's definitely true that Japanese people use too much makeup. It cakes up, doesn't look natural, it just looks kind of like you got like these pink cheeks, and I love that sometimes. Like sometimes I want to look crazy, and you know me, I like costumes and wigs and dress up and blah, but at the same time I like elegance, And I think Korea definitely has a nicer, more elegant, natural style when it comes to their makeup. The fourth thing that I think is cooler in Korea is the nightlife. It's cool at night in Korea, guys. And I guess it's also because alcohol is a lot cheaper, people are a lot more laid back. In Korea I feel like more people are a little bit more westernized, so at least, especially when it comes to me, I feel a lot more comfortable with the type of party. Whereas in Japan, I feel like everyone's kind of just like, yay, woo! And it's like I'm at a kindergartner's bouncy house and not a party. Prices. I'm a foodie. I'm a girl who loves her food. I'm a girl who enjoys her sustenance. It's really frustrating that I can't just eat whatever I want in Japan because I don't have the funds. It's really nice in Korea that I don't even have to think about it. I can buy whatever food I'd like and I don't feel worried that, oh no, I don't have enough money. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable that I can decide on what I want to eat, and I can decide to go on a taxi, and I can decide to do all of these things without thinking, oh snap, I'm gonna be homeless next week. The street food! Japan barely has any street food. I mean, yes, you go to markets and you go to like Asakusa and they have like dango and matcha on the street and things like that. but it's not like Korea where most of the main places in Seoul have like really wonderful street food and like yummy, really yummy stuff everywhere, and you know, it's not like that, and I really wish it was. And even when you go to Koreatown in Japan, the street food is so expensive. 7. The alcohol. I honestly really like Korean soju much more than I like Japanese shochu, which they're pretty similar and they come from each other, you know, they're based on, I'm not sure which one came first, you know, chicken and the egg. I like the Korean one more because it goes down a little easier in my opinion, plus they have all these flavored ones and it's only like $2 to get one at the convenience store. My favorite flavors are grapefruit and peach, if you were wondering if you ever want to go and try it. The Japanese one doesn't agree with me really well. I get kind of nauseous even before I'm drunk. Don't really like it, but yeah, to each their own. I have some people who say the opposite, where they much more can stomach shochu and they can't stomach soju. But in my opinion, I like Korean alcohol more. Oh, and makgeolli. I'm in love with makgeolli. Just the flavor alone tastes really good. Like I would just drink it just because it tastes nice. The 8th thing I want to talk about is samgakkimbap. So samgakkimbap in Japanese is onigiri. So it's those triangle rice ball things that Asians eat like sandwiches. They're filled with different things. In Japan, they're filled with fish and fish eggs and ume and seaweed stuff and blah blah blah. And it can taste good. It is good. I like, you know, I'm pretty basic. I like the salmon ones or the you know, mayo tuna blah blah blah. But I'll have to be honest, I much prefer the Korean ones that have beef and pork and bibimbap flavor and everything inside, and those ones you're supposed to warm up a little bit, whereas the Japanese ones you eat cold. Number 9. I love natural fruit juice, and in Korea all year round you have jushi. You know, anybody who lives in Seoul knows what jushi is, but basically it's just like a little stand that's all over Korea. They have like 2 or 4 in every area next to the station, and you can just point to certain fruits and they will blend the juice for you. I love that. But please, Japan, I would really love to have a just regular fruit juice franchise. Please. 오네가시마스. And number 10 is eye candy. So you guys all knew that I was going to come to this number. You all knew it. You knew that I was going to come to this place. All of my friends unanimously agree that when you're in Korea and you walk down the street, there are just way more hot guys than there are in Tokyo. I am sorry, Japan. I am sorry, but it is true. Whether that's because of plastic surgery or it's because of fashion or makeup, I don't know. But all I'm saying is that when I walk down the street in Hongdae versus when I walk down the street in Shibuya, I think in Shibuya it'll be like I'll see 10 cute guys, and in Korea it's like 50 and I'm about to like collapse on the floor and cry because I'm lonely and all of them have girlfriends. Yeah. And my last one for my favorite things about Korea is 선배, 오빠, 언니, 누나, 문화. What I mean by this is that anybody who's older than you basically is obligated to buy things and to treat you well if you are the younger one. And I'm always the younger one, so I'm always on the nice end of this. But I really like this reciprocative culture where 언니, 오빠, they all buy you things and help you, are there for you whenever you need something, and then you in return as the 동생 just have to wash the dishes or get up and get something whenever, you know, whatever it is. But it's a very mutual relationship. Of course there are downsides to this relationship, which I'll get to when I get to the Japanese section. However, I'll be completely honest with you, I really enjoy being the 동생 in the whole 오빠 언니 Spears wheel of life. Okay, so now I'm gonna move over to Japan and all the things that I love about Japan and what I think Japan trumps Korea in. Okay. The first thing that Japan wins about is trains. Now, I get really annoyed with Korean trains because the times don't match up. Basically, say I need to change to go like from this line to this line, and I'm here at this station trying to change to this line, I have to wait like 10 minutes for the next train to come. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They need to plan their things out better. In Japan, you don't wait. I don't wait. I never checked my train schedule other than the first train or something, because I know if I know the routes already, I don't need to check the time because I know the train will be there any minute. Whereas in Korea, that is definitely not the case. But anyway, Japanese trains are definitely better in my opinion. The second thing is air. Air. Oh, Jesus. Guys, I'm from Jamaica. I can't handle dry air. I can't handle cold. I can't handle a lot of things. And in Korea, I just couldn't handle the dryness of the air. Even with the humidifier, it still felt dry. I actually lost my voice for an entirety of 2 months. It was really stressful, and my face felt bad, and my skin felt bad, and everything just felt stressful. So yeah, I feel much more at home, much more comfortable when I'm in Japan, and the air is nice. The third thing I like more in Japan is nail art. So as you can tell, I have nothing on my nails because I'm a basic bitch, but that's okay. You know, but I've come to really appreciate Japanese nail art and the intricacies in it. There isn't so much of a nail art culture in Korea, I think, so I don't really have much to compare with, but I definitely really love the nail art in Japan. Now, I put long-term living down for my next one, but I don't want to make it sound like I think you can't live long-term in Korea. Personally, for me, I really like long-term living in Japan, and that's just because Japan feels a lot more realistic for me. Japanese people sleep early, on time. They go out, of course, like everybody else, but it's like in Korea, people don't sleep as often. They are doing everything so fast, and I can't really keep up with it. I like Japan has more of a comfortable pace for me. It's still fast, it's much faster than Jamaica, but it's a much more comfortable pace for me. They eat a little healthier on a regular basis, and you know, junk food is more expensive, so I'm not like tempted to just buy a box full of fried chicken like I do in Korea. Japan is a lot more livable for me, whereas Korea is a lot more fun to play around in for a short amount of time and eat as much as you can. But of course, to each their own, everybody's different, and I'm sure there are people who would find that Korea is a lot more suited to them than Japan is. Cleanser and gel moisturizer. So like I may have mentioned earlier, I use cleanser and stuff from Japan, and I love it so much more. I don't know, I use the Korean one, it doesn't seem to match my skin so much. Maybe it's just because I use the cheap Korean stuff and not the high brand stuff, because I'm definitely sure my cleanser and things here in Japan are slightly more expensive than the ones that I would have used in Korea. But either way, I really like the cleansers, and I love the moisturizers in Japan, especially gel moisturizers, where it doesn't make you feel oily and gross, and it like seeps up into your skin and like makes you feel like a mochi. そうだよね。大好きだよね。Hair products. So I had given my aunt one of these products a while ago. My hair tends to frizz a lot, and if I put this product in, it goes dead straight. It's so amazing to me, and there's just so many different products that I use. Like for example, I use this conditioner, and it's so nice. Every time I use it, my dead, crisp hair tends to feel so much nicer. Immediate satisfaction, and you know how we all love that. Convenience stores. Now, guys, Koreans think they have nice convenience stores. Let me tell you. No. In Japan, you can do everything at a convenience store. You can buy concert tickets, you can buy bus tickets, you can pay your water bill, your light bill, you can send back Amazon packages, there's bathrooms in there, you know, you could spill juice on your shirt and go into a convenience store. They have a nice white shirt for you to buy. You got, you know, every snack available, everything. I got like wine, cheeses, and ham, and everything, just everything. Japanese convenience stores, on lock. Streets! Now, this one I know I'm gonna differ with a lot of people, but I love small streets. I love small spaces and cramped little stores and little rickety old buildings, and I really love that Japan has so many of those things, even right here in Tokyo, one of the biggest cities in the world. I love it. I love it so much. I love it. In Korea, I feel so tiny, and all the roads are huge, and there's just cars, and it's too metropolitan. I like homey vibes. homey, warm vibes, house vibes. Ramen! So I once said to somebody, you know, I was like, well, eating ramen outside and eating ramen at a convenience store is completely different. But of course in Korea, it's really not all that different. So him as a Korean was like, what do you mean? It's basically the same. But in Japan, it's completely different. Cup ramen and real ramen are just, they're different, guys. They're just, X does not equal Y. Japanese ramen. Drunk behavior. So, okay, Korean drunks scare me. I'm not even gonna say more about this. Korean drunks scare me. Friend culture is my last one for the Japanese section, but I did mention in the Korean section that there's, you know, oppa onni culture. In turn for oppa onni culture, in Japan they have a lot stronger friend culture. So we could be 20 years apart and they'd still treat me like they're friends as long as we're not in a work setting. And I really, really love that I can be friends with anybody and that there's no like social barriers between it, like they immediately start, you know, calling each other friends and nice things. Of course, if you're in a business setting or you're in a setting that's a slightly more formal, that may not be the case. One day I'll talk about this more in detail because Japanese culture when it comes to friendship and relationships, it's really complicated and I'm still figuring it out, and there are a lot of things that although I say they're so friendly, of course, everyone knows that Japanese are famous for being 𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚. So there is also a little bit of aspect of this 𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚 thing, but in general, I like the friendship culture, and we will talk about that later. So that's all I have on my list for this week's video. So I really hope you enjoyed it and you got a little bit of a better idea of what Japan and Korea is like, and if you're trying to decide which one to go to, or you know, you're having a inner conflict between your anime loving self and your K-pop loving self and you're just like, which side will win? You know, I don't know what I'm saying. So guys, I don't need to tell you what to do on the YouTubes anymore. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content surrounding Korea, Japan, China, and the world, and all of these random things, or you know, you just want to see this idiot make another video, then please press the subscribe button down below. And I will see you in next week's video.